Hey, this is Dawn Reby again, here to give you some tips on how to build analytical legacy. So today, what we are talking about is how to design procedures for within your unit. Now, far too many analysts start off their career at an agency and they don't know what the heck they're doing. And often, if you have a group of analysts, they spend so much time training new people to come on board and really understand, the sequence of events or where to find the data or who to report who to send what to, and so forth, and what the guidelines are. So every police department needs to create a list of procedures, right? How things are done. And that's stored internally in the crime analysis unit. So it'll be a list of procedures so you can kind of do a brain dump of all the things that you produce and why you produce them, right? So your procedures should look like this. They should be a document that says, hey, we produce, let's say, a concept presentation. Why do we produce that? Well, to inform operations in a way that is economical and strategic and so forth, right? How do we do that? So then you literally walk through step by step what you do. You can use different programs to record what you do, or you can take screenshots of your processes, where you get your data from, and so forth. So why is this so important? Well, I will tell you that I see so many units wasting time training other people, right? And they're insufficient processes to begin with. So when you create this kind of procedural document, whether it's a physical one or a virtual one with some videos and things like that, it's going to help with the onboarding process. You literally can say, here's a week of training, go get trained on these videos, and then I'll see you on Friday and answer any questions you have. It saves you a ton of time, and it saves the new analyst, a ton of time. So that new analysts will also have a reference point to go back to once they start applying what they're learning. They have a reference point to go back to say, oh, I forgot how to do that. And so they don't have to waste your time and ask you every 2 seconds for the next step in their process. This takes time. I'm teaching a course with the IACA right now that does all of this, right? So this takes a lot of time. You don't have to complete it right now. But what I do encourage you to do is really develop the framework, the structure of it with timelines, right? So you might list your 30 things that you do as an analytical function, and then maybe source, where the data is sourced from, how do you get that data, who it's delivered to, the process of that, and then maybe a timeline of, we will update this procedural document within the next 30 days. So you don't have to necessarily do it new, right? But you can just wait until you do the product again and then record the process as you go. So this is instrumental in creating a legacy at a police agency. Once you have a list of procedures that are already documented quite well, you'll also build in a procedural review process where you might every 3, 6, 9, 12 months review the processes. This is going to help with cross training. This is going to help with identifying better systems to actually implement your information, implement your procedures, and it's going to help redirect people back to the why over and over and over again. As technology changes, as we learn more and we grow more, we go to more conferences and more trainings and we learn different things, our processes, our procedures change too. So we want to make improvements to those. We want to add automation. We want to add different key elements that better reflect our legacy as a unit, right? So the key is to really develop a quality procedural document that points to the actual step-by-step on how to do the other things at your agency. And if you're like, I don't know how to do that, or I don't have the time to do that, right? There's a couple of things that you can do. The IACA, we have a supervisor's course that we teach a couple times a year. You can log on to that. I also, at Excellence in Analytics, we have our WISE program where we consult with law enforcement agencies to help them build their analytical legacy. But for now, you have a couple of tips, you have a couple of tricks, so go ahead and get to work. We'll see you.